How Jews, Christians, and Muslims are from same religion. There are many different Jewish, Christian, and Muslim traditions concerning Abraham. Interpretations of Abraham reflect the wide variety of beliefs and customs among Jews, Christians, and Muslims at different times and in different places. Varieties exist within each religions as well as between them. The term Abrahamic highlights the hugely important role which the figure of Abraham plays in each of these religions. Jews, Christians, and Muslims look to their sacred texts to find the history of Abraham and how it has been interpreted through the ages. What does the Bible say about Abraham? Let us turn to Genesis to map out the story of Abraham, which is shared by Jews and Christians. In Genesis 12 verses 1 to 3, Abraham, at that stage his name is still Abram, is called by God to go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you, and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. NRVS. Because Abraham's wife Sarai, later Sarah, remains childless. Abraham has a son with Sarah's slave Hagar. The child is called Ishmael. At this stage, Genesis 17, Abraham receives the commandment of circumcision of all males when they are 8 days old. At the same time, he is told Sarah will bear a son as well. This is Isaac. Trouble brews between Sarah and Hagar as their sons grow up, and Sarah persuades Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away. Genesis 21. God promises Hagar that Ishmael too will be made into a great nation. God then tests Abraham's faith by commanding him to sacrifice Isaac. Genesis 22. But when Abraham is about to sacrifice Isaac on Mount Moriah, an angel stops him and directs his gaze to a ram caught in the thicket. The ram is sacrificed instead of Isaac. How does Abraham feature in Judaism? In Jewish tradition, the sacrifice of Isaac is called the Akedah, the binding of Isaac. In times of persecution, Jewish martyrs invoked the Akedah as they gave their lives in sanctification of God's name. Kiddush Hashem. Throughout Genesis, Abraham is depicted as a man who fully trusts God and who follows God's commandments. This image of Abraham is exemplified in a midrashic story in which Abraham destroys the idols in his father's house. When he is thrown into a furnace by King Nimrod, he is saved by the God he worships. In Jewish tradition, Abraham became identified as the first Jew. He is depicted as the embodiment of the faithful Jew upholding God's commandments. Traditionally, Jews see themselves as the descendants of Abraham through his son Isaac and Jacob, his grandson. In Jewish prayer books, God is referred to as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Jews are called the Bnei Yaakov/Israel, the children of Jacob/Israel. The name of Jacob was changed to Israel in Genesis 32:29. What importance does Abraham play in Islam? In Islam, Abraham called as Ibrahim. Islam shares with Judaism the narrative of Ibrahim's destruction of idols in the service of the worship of the one true God. In Surah 37 of the Quran, Ibrahim said to his father and to his people, "What is that which ye worship? Is it a falsehood, gods other than Allah that ye desire? Then what is your idea about the Lord of the worlds?" Then did he turn upon them, striking them with the right hand. He said, "Worship ye that which ye have, yourselves, carved? But Allah has created you and your handwork." They said, "Build him a furnace, and throw him into the blazing fire." In the same surah, Ibrahim has a vision that he must sacrifice his son. As in the Bible, Allah intervenes in time. The Quran emphasizes that this was a difficult trial which both Ibrahim and his son passed with flying colors. Quran says the son was Ishmael. The biblical narrative concerning the dismissal of Hagar and Ishmael is paralleled in the Muslim tradition, with Ibrahim taking Hagar and Ishmael to Mecca, where in due course Ibrahim and Ishmael build the Kaaba, the focus of the Hajj. In Surah 4, 124-25, Ibrahim is described as the friend of God. And in Surah 3, 67-68, Ibrahim is presented as a figure who was not a Jew nor yet a Christian, but he was true in faith and bowed his will to Allah's, which is Islam, and he joined not gods with Allah. Without doubt, among men, the nearest of kin to Ibrahim are those who follow him, as are also this messenger, Muhammad, and those who believe, and Allah is the protector of those who have faith. All are encouraged to emulate Ibrahim, the true adherent of Islam, which means submission to Allah, taught by the Prophet Muhammad. Just as Abraham is seen by all three religions to have been a man who put his trust in God, so too must the adherents of the three main Abrahamic religions trust each other enough to be able to engage in respectful dialogue.